Please make sure to save your questions. We're going to have questions at the end for both of the presentations, okay?
Yeah. Good afternoon, friends. After a refreshing tea break, I would just like to give you a refreshing thought. Sharing is caring, and if safety and lean, if these both philosophies are to be shared, I think the more sharing will help us in better understanding and faster adoption. So, not wasting much of your time. I am Rishikesh, safety head for Godrej Construction. Will present you the paper on leveraging technology by use of technology at construction sites. And to make sharing much more easier, we have come up with an innovative app for safety at construction sites. So, setting context for you, as per one of the ILO report, 1 in 5 accidents which occurred at construction sites were due to construction related deaths. And as per Construction Industry Development Council, the rate of fatal accidents in construction sector is 4 to 5 times that of manufacturing sector. So this is but obvious, the construction workers are the most vulnerable segments of this unorganized sector. And even safety studies have suggested the more you avoid unsafe acts and condition, there will be a fatality at sites. So the hazard, the key to zero incident is maximum hazard identification. So what are the challenges? Everybody knows the hazards are reported either by the safety officers or the supervisors or mostly the management staff, the engineers. Not by, there is no 100% involvement of all the stakeholders working at sites. So the first lean principle which we had faced was collaboration constraint with stakeholders. None of the contractor or supervisor was able to access the system of reporting. Lack of user friendly at sites. Whenever you see a hazard, either you come to your office or put your desk and insert the hazard. But when you come to site after a day's work, either you ignore or forget, or the information is limited to individuals. So the existing cumbersome and tedious process resulting in wastage of time, and because of this we never got a consolidated report of a safety performance for a particular site, for a particular department, for a particular individual. And as I said, reporting done only when in office or desk. And there was also delayed recording and closure because of this. And frequent changing workforce is a common program which the industry faces. So overall, no scope for continual improvement. So we decided to adopt the lean approach. We tried to modify the existing system which we had. We tried to reduce the number of steps so that people will find it more comfortable, but then we did not get the desired results. We thought, let's go out of way and ask the stakeholders to give whatever performance they see on a piece of paper or any medium they feel comfortable. But again, there was no standardization in this. And we also worked on alternative solution like WhatsApp, SMS, sending photographs, but again it was not to our requirement. So we then decided to adopt the collaborative approach for developing an in-house mobile app with our own team internally. What was the rationale? As you must have heard in the earlier presentation, technology, today no formal training is required for mobile. Everybody is fully aware of the smartphones. Then we thought that this will bring a sense of responsibility to the stakeholders. Once you see something on mobile, you immediately give reply. Even today, if you take example of WhatsApp, people immediately reply. So same was the rationale adopted here. Ease of hazard reporting and closing. As I said, when you come to desk, you need to have photograph, you need to have the exact timing, what went wrong. So by that time something would go wrong. So we wanted something, whoever notices a hazard should immediately report it. And it goes to the right person, right team for prompt action. Third rationale was the app should act as a lean tool. The mindset should be removed from the people's mind or the workers working at site. They should feel fully safe and there is no mindset ki something will go wrong. So that was one thing, and there is no need to access any system or fill a form. I will show you a short film developed for this propagation of this app at the end of this presentation. And finally, whatever reports is generated from the system, you have a scope for continual improvement. You can take actions way forward. So this was the logic applied. We applied the plan, do, check, act, PDCA logic in this development of app. We first listed all the requirements of all the stakeholders, the pain areas of safety team, the pain areas of the execution team, as well as the contractors. And then it was not easy for the Infotech team to directly develop an app. We wanted them to understand the requirements, so we developed a full prototype. How will the app look? How will be the flow go? What will be the escalation matrix? Everything was decided, and then it was shared with all the team members, and a dedicated team was formed. And with successful trials and modification, the product called iReport was finally launched. And the best part is that we have patented it for our own company. So how does the app works? This is the process. Whoever sees a hazard, he reports it on the site, on the app. There is generation of unique number at the time of submission. The concerned engineer and the team at the site, all the concerned engineers, all the supervisors, all the contractors and the safety team gets a flash message on their mobile. The concerned engineer and team immediately take action, reports it on the app, and finally the safety officer at the site validates the action taken by the engineers at the back end before leaving the office. And finally, once the action taken are approved by the safety officer, there is a mail generated by the system, auto mail, to the user who has reported the hazard with all the actions. So that's how the loop is completed, and the report generated helps us in analysis, and which further result in reviewing the organization's safety strategy. We review the processes or guidelines, and also we review the contractual safety clauses. So what are the benefits? Our intention was not just to have number game, just to increase the number of hazard reported and get, but the main benefits which we got from this app was reporting increased multiple times. Earlier we used to report around 900,000 hazards in a year all across India. Today we are reporting more than 6,000 hazards per year. So nearly 4 to 6 times of increase. Root cause analysis. Every hazard we have the root cause analysis available through the system, wherein we come to know what is the root cause of the hazard, whether it was a design flaw, whether it was related to process violation, whether it was related to ergonomical hazard, whether it was related to PPs or else. And even the trends. What was the severity of hazard last year? What was the severity of hazard for the project in this year? So if you ask me, last year there was a reduction of 40% severity hazard in our construction sites all across India. So 100% stakeholder participation. Initially all the hazards were reported by the safety officer. Today the equation is 65% by the safety team, 35% by the remaining teams, the contractors, the engineers, everybody. And consistency. There is consistency in the quality of hazard reporting. Intangible benefits, as I said, improved morale. Today people don't feel the pain of going through the existing process, log into the desktop, enter everything, because the mobile app itself has everything in it, and it takes only 15 to 20 seconds to report a hazard with the photographs. So there is morale improved, and as I said, the severity has gone down considerably, and as a result of which we have been avoiding serious incidents. There is waste minimization in terms of time, cost and resources. Again, it brings in accountability and responsibility amongst the people, team, and going green. There is no paper wasted in any of hazard reporting or sharing. What is the uniqueness? We have conceptualized and developed in-house, as I said in the logic, a super low cost, user friendly solution. Earlier we went to the branded players in the market for developing an app, and the estimate was around more than 1 CR. But just for your friends, knowledge friends, we have developed this app in just 2.5 lakhs. As I said, this is automated, streamlined, paperless process which makes reporting instantaneous, traceable and easier. Again, the app is password protected with escalation facility. If the hazard is not closed within 72 hours, there is a mail generated to the higher ups. And again, the updates are available on Play Store for any changes in the software. Going forward, we have already developed a quality app for recording quality non-conformances at our sites, and also going forward we will be implementing this app in all the Godrej group of industries. So, adopting most advanced technology to enhance safety at workplaces results in improving the business brand image as well as the business performance, and also it helps in achieving the goal of zero incident and helps us to understand the value of human life. As I said, we have developed a small film for enhancing the awareness of stakeholders and propagating the use of app. Just have a look at it.
I always worry about Mahesh when he goes on these construction jobs. Helmet, harness, wo sab chodo. People hardly report any safety issues. There could be accidents, you know. Sometimes nobody even knows whether action was taken or not. Can you believe it? But now I know that at least with this app, they will report things on time.
अरे हमने पढ़ाया लिखाया बड़ा किया. Now our son is a safety engineer. He works on the 28th floor. If he sees any safety problem, he has to come down, go to the office, fill up a form, and भाई कम से कम 1 घंटा जाता है. पूरा करियर फॉर्म फिलिंग में ही चले जाएगा.
अरे बट ही हैज शोन दिस न्यू ऐप ना. अब 1 घंटे से 1 मिनट.
Because of this app, my papa spends more time with me. He clicks photos of all the safety problems in the buildings and reports them through this app. My papa is the best, you know. He keeps everyone safe.
For us at Godrej Construction, a near miss is as bad as an accident. Of course, we will now be able to analyze data and get our metrics, but our idea was never just to bring digital technology to our industry. Because this is not just a smart way to report hazard and incident. It's really the start of something bigger, a movement that will ensure that we all are accountable, that we really care. Each and every one of us. You see, life is precious, so there can be no excuses. The change is coming, and it's starting right here with Godrej Construction. That's how we live our vision of setting standards as builder to the nation. Thank you.